The mountain doesn't care about your dreams or your many ambitions. It only knows its own height, standing tall against the cold and silent morning. When you look at the distant summit, the sheer distance can paralyze your soul. This is the moment most people turn back and walk away. You feel small, insignificant against the vastness of the peaks. The cold air bites at your skin, reminding you of the long journey ahead of you. Kael stands alone, his shadow stretching across the icy ground. The fog rolls in like a tide, hiding the path that he once thought was clear. His breath is a white cloud in the freezing air, his heart hammering against his ribs. Every muscle in his body screams for him to stop. He gazes upward, where the snow-capped peak pierces the heavens. The summit seems unreachable, a giant mocking his tiny, mortal efforts to climb its face. Discouragement settles in his bones, heavier than his pack. He wonders if he is enough, or if he is just another fool lost in snow. Kael sinks to his knees, his hands trembling as they touch the frozen stone. The silence of the Alpine wilderness is a weight he cannot carry. But then, a memory flickers in the darkness of his doubt. He remembers the warm light of the training hall and the voice of his mentor. Consistency is not about the grand leap that takes you to the top. It is about the simple, quiet refusal to ever stop moving forward. Look at this grain of sand and this massive boulder. One is small, one is great, but both are forged by the same steady, relentless time. Your greatness is not hidden in the summit you seek. It is hidden in the small, boring actions you repeat every single day of life. He remembers his hands gripping the plastic holds over and over. Each movement was a prayer, a practice for the day he would face reality. The repetition built his strength, turning soft skin into leather and doubt into muscle. He learned that the mountain is conquered long before the climb. Kael's expression shifts, the haze of fear replaced by a sharp, piercing focus. He looks at the rock not as an enemy, but as a path. He reaches down and tightens his laces with a firm, decisive motion. This is the first act of his return, a commitment to the very next. The transition is complete. The student has returned to the master. He stands up, his eyes locked on the stone, ready to begin his journey. Forget the peak that looms so far above your head. Do not look at the sky. Look only at the vertical wall right before you. Focus on the next inch of rock, the next crack for your fingers. The world shrinks until there is only you and the immediate, reachable space. Win the next breath. Win the next step. Treat every movement as a total victory in itself, a triumph over the gravity that pulls you down. Each breath he takes glows with a soft, inner light. He is no longer fighting the mountain. He is becoming a part of its ancient rhythm. As his foot finds a ledge, a golden aura shimmers beneath his boot. A small victory is born, lighting the way through the thick, gray mist. He moves with a deliberate grace, his body a machine of consistency. There is no haste here, only the steady pulse of a heart that knows. The philosophy is simple. Master the present moment. If you can own the next 10 seconds, you can eventually own the entire world of stone. Every muscle fiber works in perfect harmony, a result of 1,000 repetitions. He is the master of the inch, the king of the very next step. Behind him, the fog begins to part, revealing the depths he has already conquered. He does not look back, for the future is being built. Another golden step rings out against the silence, a testament to his will. The mountain watches as the small man climbs with the power of consistency. His hands are raw, but they do not slip. They have been here before, in the mind and in the gym, preparing for this exact moment. Suddenly, the mountain strikes back with a roar of wind. A storm descends, threatening to tear him from the face of the cliff and the abyss. Stones tumble into the dark void below, a warning of the cost of failure. The air turns a deep, freezing blue, testing his resolve once more. Fear will scream at you to let go and fall. Exhaustion will whisper that you have done enough, that it is okay to just quit. Kael closes his eyes, blocking out the chaos of the storm. He breathes deeply, searching for the stillness he found in the many hours of practice. Inside his veins, his blood flows with the fire of purpose. The internal pulse of his determination keeps him anchored when the world tries to shake him. Consistency is a silent roar that drowns out the storm. It is the habit of staying when everything in your body tells you to leave. He grips a frozen ledge, his fingers turning white from the pressure. He uses the power of 10,000 training sessions to hold on tight. With a surge of redirected energy, he pushes his body upward. He refuses to be moved by anything other than his own iron-willed, persistent spirit. The summit appears through a break in the clouds, a jagged crown of ice. It is close now, but the final steps are the hardest. One more step. Always, just one more step. He does not think of the end, only the continuation of the rhythm he has finally mastered. He pulls himself over the final edge and stands tall. He has reached the roof of the world, where the air is thin and pure. A golden sunrise breaks over the horizon, bathing the world in fire. The light reflects off the snow, turning the peak into a shining temple. From above, he is a solitary figure, amidst a sea of clouds. But he is no longer small. He has grown to match the mountain's greatness. His face is not filled with wild triumph, but with a deep, holy silence. He has found the peace that only comes through true effort. He looks back down the path he carved through the ice. A trail of glowing victory footprints stretches back into the mist of the valley. You didn't just conquer the mountain today, Kael. You conquered yourself through the eternal law of consistency and the power of the small daily wins. He looks at his hands, calloused and scarred, the tools of his trade. They are the physical evidence of his journey, his constant, unyielding work. Greatness is not a destination you reach and then stay. It is the rhythm of your walk, the way you carry yourself through the storm. The words appear on the horizon of his mind. Consistency is the bridge. It connects your wildest goals to your most incredible, lasting achievements. Keep moving, no matter how small the progress may seem. Every inch forward is a win. Every breath, a celebration of your own living will. Step by step, victory by victory, you build your life. The mountain is just stone, but your consistency is the fire that creates the soul.